Let's go, Eagles. Let's go, Eagles. Hey, I have to have something this year. I don't have fantasy anything. My bet. Oh, I did win my bets though this week.
That is good.
Welcome to another episode of the Cinco Squad. We are here to talk sports and only sports. Everything serious
and nothing but the sports.
Nothing but the sports.
So help us God.
Had a very wild weekend in football and in baseball.
Yeah.
We're gonna dive into that. We got NHL starting, NBA starting tonight. Where LeBron, for the first time in 23 years, is not starting opening day, which is pretty crazy.
Don't be like everybody else.
It's just pretty. No, it's
Stop
just
talking about LeBron.
No, it's just
wild,
pretty. It's just pretty wild that it's been 23 years since I thought he'd at least miss one opening day.
Nope.
23 years and he's missed. This is his first one. That's pretty impressive.
The only player to ever go into a 23rd season. Vince Carter was at 22.
That's true.
Really? Not even.
Well,
Kareem?
I mean, LeBron will not be.
20.
The defending champs will be taking on Houston tonight.
Yes.
Or right now, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
But NBA is back, so I'll see you guys in June.
Yeah, right. Seriously. you know what's
May,
kind of
no, May. I'm sorry.
May. Yeah. You know what's kind of crazy though? Not only is the NBA back, but for the first time in 20 years, the NBA on NBC is back.
On NBC.
Basketball, give me the ball, cause I'm gonna.
Where's Ernie and Shaq and all them guys?
ESPN.
SPNA.
You guys plan that out or something?
Duh. Really cool.
Yeah, they're on. Are they doing Inside the NBA tonight, or are they doing it tomorrow?
They already did it. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
I didn't know who was on the inside the NBA for tonight's show, if it was Stephen A. or not, because they usually have Stephen A. and Perk and all those guys. I didn't know it was going to be Ernie and Shaq and all. And
they moved over.
Yeah. So wild weekend in football. Let's talk about the most important sport, hockey.
Exactly. So look, it's Mark Messier.
Look at that.
British Darts League.
See, look at it. I can't have anything nice.
Snooker, I think, is...
Well, let's go over to London and talk about that first game where how Heckle and Jide... is that right? How Jekyll and Hyde...
Jekyll and Hyde. Heckle and Jide.
How Jekyll and Hyde are the Jags right now, where 2 weeks ago... Everybody gives them that. Are they the team? Are they the team that might give the Colts a run? They just beat the Pats, and now they look like.
But I think every team this week kind of had a what the fuck type
what the
moment.
F kind of movement.
Yeah.
Like look at the Giants. I mean, the Giants looked great until about the fourth quarter started, and then basically looked like the Atlanta Falcons 6 years ago.
But have you seen Bo Nix's numbers so far this year?
It's very easy though when you don't have pressure on them.
No. But what I'm saying is, it looks eerily similar to Tim Tebow, where he's done nothing in the first 3 quarters of the game, and he's done everything in the fourth quarter to win his team games.
I'm telling you, Tebow could be the franchise quarterbaip, but
they decided to move
not
on.
to. But
Kyle Orton is what they decided to go with.
Bo Nix.
No, I mean,
Tebow.
I don't know if I really judge a team off a London game. You have a different environment. You have now the Jags have been there.
They play there all the time.
Play there all the time, but I mean, with the travel, with it not being your home field, it's just different. I hate the London games. I hate everything about these traveling across the seas. It's never going to stop. They're going to have one every single week moving forward, probably. Yep. And it just throws things off.
And they want to go as far as Australia and Japan.
Which is stupid.
Every week they said, but starting next year, the goal is to have at least one international game every week of the season.
Dumb.
It is. But here's my thing about it, is you talk about the travel, and that's very true. How, after all these years of international games, specifically going to London, how have the teams, or at least the league, not figured out a set travel schedule? Like, I know the teams get to decide when they leave, but how, like, you've got some teams that are leaving on Monday, and some that aren't leaving until Friday. Like, how have we not figured out?
Well, again,
that's based on the team.
That has nothing to do with the league.
Yeah, I think that's just a team matter.
Right, but how have the teams not figured it out?
But I mean, like the Rams left on Saturday night.
Right, exactly. Like
But I'm saying they came in and kicked ass. So that was Sean McVay's idea.
Yeah, perhaps for them is stay comfortable for as long as possible.
And then they left.
Right? Yeah, you jump forward
Saturday
about
morning they left,
for them they would jump forward about 8 hours. So that's a significant time jump.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like they were the farthest team like away from London, and they left at Saturday morning. So I don't know if it's about figuring it out. I think it's just I just hate the overseas games. It's not your turf. You're not playing on your area. You have to understand, like, professional athletes have routines, and when you have a routine, and I mean, you, for example, for the Olympics, I'm sure you had a routine every time before you got in that pool, before you competed. You had a set routine where you, like, whatever it was, breathing, stretching, going through, sitting in your locker, whatever it might be. You have that routine every single game. When it gets thrown off by going across the seas. And it's supposed to be a home game, it kind of throws it off completely. Now, granted, they do it every time they go away for a game, but still, it's you're going across the seas. You have to leave earlier. Maybe your Thursday plans that you normally have are changed because you're already over the seas. It's just a lot of differential type of movements where I don't think it has anything to do with the travel other than just maybe your routine is thrown off more.
Well, it just every year, every week there's an international game. There's always seems to be players that complain about, oh, I think we left too early. Oh, I think we left too late. I didn't feel like this.
Well, that's more of a team by team basis. That's not a league thing. League can say, hey, you can go over. I mean, most of the time they're like, hey, go over there whenever you want. It's better for the league for them to be there earlier than later because then they get all their media out of the way and get to go do what they got to do. So. Realistically, it's better for the league for them to be over there earlier. Mm-hmm. The league doesn't control that.
Oh, I know.
So it's more or less what your question is: why aren't these teams figuring out what's the perfect travel schedule?
Especially the ones that seem to go overseas every year.
Well, Jacksonville does it every year,
right? And they always seem to leave at a different time.
I don't know if the Eagles have traveled abroad yet, except Brazil.
There's only. No, they've definitely played. Are they the only one that's hasn't played in London?
They haven't played in London. That was their first international game. The Eagles' first international game was in Brazil. So they must
be the only team that hasn't played in London yet. Because there's one or two that
Dallas I've never seen over there.
I had heard last week that there's only one or two teams.
I don't remember Dallas being over there.
I don't remember the Giants being over there, but apparently they were.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah, Giants were there.
Yeah, well,
they played last year there.
Hold on, I'm gonna figure this out.
All right, let's fly the plane back onto U.S. soil. So we see a blowout in the first game. We see what we have come to know as a competitive division rivalry be a complete washover with the Chiefs just manhandling Oakland like they are like we were saying, a relegated team, right? They should be relegated. Vegas, sorry. And then I still say LA. And then your Eagles pretty much took care of business against the Vikings. You kind of had the feeling they're going to win the game because for once, the passing game came to life.
I wouldn't say for once. I mean, for the first time this year.
Yeah, that's what I mean. For once in this season, we can say.
I mean, the first couple games they were working the passing game pretty solid. What's not been working is the running game, and they finally got Saquon going. He didn't have his explosiveness that you would see out of Saquon that you saw all last year, but he would go ahead and get you 5-6 yards. But then Jalen got comfortable in the pocket and just
looked great.
It started throwing it downfield. They stopped doing these little passes. And Lane Johnson said, like, a lot of the times, like, we've been doing is throwing it with inside. We've been hurting ourselves because we've either been third and long or second and long, and it's like that hurts us. And I know that the Eagles' mentality is it's 1st and 9 every time. Because it doesn't matter if you get to the 1. If you're 4th and 1, you're going for it. It's whether you're on the goal line or not. So I think what I saw that I liked is the rhythm of the offense, the up tempo, the moving around, them going through their motions, getting the ball over the field. Finally, he threw it downfield. Devonta has been the number 1 receiver over the last 2 years, and I keep saying that. AJ's a great receiver. He is a number 1, but Devonta is the one that goes up and gets the big catches, gets the deep routes. Like, he's our guy. So AJ's just a big physical receiver. So it was nice to see him actually get out there and get his touches. And again, I don't think he had any problem with what happened before other than the game. Everyone hates losing, so.
And you noticed how nobody was complaining about his demeanor when they won.
Right.
But
He looked the same to me, to be honest with you.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't think anything was different.
That's what I'm saying. Nothing was different. But
All right.
notice how nobody was complaining because they won.
Well, we had some college football before we had NFL. NFL was great on Sunday. It was nice to, but college football race.
So we're not going to go there?
What? Well, we're going to go with college football for you. You skipped all over this Saturday.
I didn't skip all over Saturday. I just say this.
Saturday we had some great games.
Saturday had great games. But we're just not going to go there? We're just going to circle back to it?
What?
No.
You just talked about it. The Giants lost. They blew a 30-point lead.
Jamie doesn't want to miss the opportunity to shit on the Giants, so go ahead.
No, I'm good. I just want to highlight that it's nice to see running backs take, to me, the running backs stole the show this week. Apart from, obviously, Devonta having a great game and Devonta Adams having 3 touchdowns. You had Judkins, a rookie, with 3 tutties. You had Jonathan Taylor with 3 touchdowns. We got to see McCaffrey totally dominate that Sunday night game. So later on, it was nice to see the running backs really coming out and stealing the show where we're in such a quarterback-dominant league. Yes, everybody's saying Patty Mahomes is back on top of the mountain, and he's the anointed one all over again, and everybody's jockeying on the Chiefs. But I like the fact right now that they are legitimate candidates that we can say are legitimate MVP candidates right now that are running backs. We'll see how the second half of the season goes, but I kind of like that their names have to be in the mix. And we're not just doing it for doing its sake. Like, they truly are playing like MVPs.
It's unfortunate because it's not going to go to a running back.
Right.
We know that, but there's some unprecedented stuff happening here. JT's going to have a historic year if he stays on this touchdown scoring tear. Bijan's going to have
let's be real. Like, we all know who the MVP was last year.
Yeah, of course we do.
We all know who it was.
Yes.
And I'll argue over all the Bills fans in the world. I know you love Josh Allen. I know he had a great season. But he did not have a better season than Saquon.
Yeah.
Go back and actually watch Saquon's games, game for game. Watch how explosive he made the team and how easy he made the offense look. You don't get that from just a regular running back.
We're also prisoners of the team has to have a great record because about 4 or 5 years ago, everybody said if Tyreek has a 2,000-yard season, hands down he's the MVP. JSN is on track to have a 2,000-yard season right now.
That kid's coming alive.
And nobody's going to ever say the words, he deserves to be the MVP.
Well, I mean, they're all 5-2 in that division right now.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, they could win their division, and nobody's mentioning the kid's name.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of people, they're just never going to mention a position player as a MVP candidate. That's just the problem.
Yeah.
Take him out, and Seattle's 2-5.
I understand that. I'm not
100%.
disagreeing with you. I'm saying the NFL is never going to do it.
They just won't do it.
So
do it.
But
freaking do it.
It's too early for MVP talk. It's only week 7.
Never too early.
But it's never too early to talk about Heisman. I think Diego Pavia, if he keeps on this tear, he's the Heisman Trophy winner.
See, the problem is, I know what's being held against him. He's got that talent.
Team in his conference.
He's on the 4th best team in his conference, and it's the loss to Bama. They're talking about the loss.
Who's the Heisman candidate above him?
The Mendoza's the
Frankie. Tell him Frankie, baby.
The Indiana quarterback.
Man, get out of here with that.
What?
Diego gonna get that.
No, Diego's up there. Diego's more of a dog. Diego's definitely more of a dog.
That loss to Bama, they lost by 6. I can understand if it was an ass kicking. He had a bag. He actually had a good game. It's a loss, but didn't Johnny Manziel lose to Bama the year he won the Heisman? Didn't they have 2 losses?
Mendoza's numbers both this weekend: 24 for 28, 332
Who'd they
yards,
play?
4 touchdowns.
Who'd they play?
A cupcake. They played Michigan State.
Exactly.
Yeah, but every Heisman
plays cupcakes.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like Diego has had good numbers against top-ranked teams every single time he plays them.
Not so fast. 14 for 22, 160 yards. But
how many rushing?
Hold on, he did it on the ground. 1 touchdown on the ground, 86 yards rushing, average 5 per carry on 2 touchdowns on the ground. So yes, 224 all-purpose yards, 3 touchdowns. Very heroic effort.
That's what his game is.
Yeah,
it's modeled off after Johnny Manziel. He's a running gun type. I mean, is he an NFL caliber quarterback? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying he's the next Patrick Mahomes. I'm saying he's the Heisman favorite right now because they're playing against better teams right now. I get the kid from Indiana, but I just don't see it. Like I didn't even know who he was. I know Indiana's good, but I didn't know who the quarterback was. Everyone knows Diego Pavia, and it is a beauty pageant at the end of the day.
Popularity award.
At the end of the day, if he goes on and Vanderbilt has one loss throughout the end of the year, and they're on the fourth best right now. But right now, there's 4 teams tied at 1 loss, I think. So it's not the fourth best; they're tied for first, in my opinion. The way I see it is they're tied for first.
But Mendoza's about to be on an undefeated Indiana team, and they beat and he has a win over the number 3 team in the country at the time, and now they're the number 2 team in the country.
I mean, I just don't see that. They're gonna. Do they play Ohio State this year?
No.
But I think that's going to work against him. He's going to have himself. That's going to work against him.
It's a popularity contest.
I'll put $100 right now that Diego wins it. You want to bet?
No.
All right, so what?
I don't have $100 to bet.
That Diego wins. I'll bet you $100 that Diego will not win it. So he's going to win.
Diego will win.
All right, $100.
$100.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah, boy. So I'll let you guys know I'm doing that $100 come Christmas time.
Just buy us tickets to the hockey game.
Yeah.
All right, here's the real deal. And I will be the first to say that, yes, Miami is not the best team in the country. They stay in the top 10. Should they have stayed in the top 10 after that loss?
Yeah, I don't think.
Because Louisville's beaten good teams?
Because Louisville's beaten good teams, and there's a ton of teams around them that also have 1 loss.
But is that showing more love for the ACC this year?
I mean, I think it's showing some love for the competition of the ACC this year.
No, because I'm going to disagree. I don't think they should have been in the top 10. They have played down to a lot of opponents. They did not. They allowed Florida State to come back, and if Florida State had maybe 3 more minutes, probably could have been a tie ball game. The way they were playing in the fourth quarter. Florida State just made a run too late. Carson Beck is one of the most overrated quarterbacks in the college football. He looks lost. He can't escape the pocket. He's not quick. That's why he left
Georgia.
That's why he basically left Georgia, because
it wasn't going to be his job anyway. It was going to be Stockton's.
Yeah. I think Stetson Bennett the year before.
Right.
Well, no, I don't think that was it. I think it was just more or less they were like, hey, you're done here. Because they weren't getting a job done. And I don't know if Stockton was the next guy or whoever the next recruit was, but he just never looked good at Georgia, and he never got it done there. Never won a national championship, which is obviously their height, and that's what they're...
The expectation every year.
Apparently, Mike just wants to finish my sentence.
I know. But speaking of Georgia, there we say the Georgia Denver Broncos, the Ole Miss Rebels, by outscoring them 17-0 and holding them to 30 yards in the fourth quarter. Ole Miss had that game wrapped up. That was just as monumental of a collapse as the Giants, except that was it
was a back and forth game, though.
Both on the road.
But it was a back and forth game.
They were up 35-16.
Who? The Georgia game was back and forth all game.
No, Ole Miss was up at one point. Ole Miss was up 35-19. Sorry, they almost had doubled them up. They had full control of the game. Georgia was not looking like they were moving the ball well, and all of a sudden they came alive in the fourth quarter.
You're right. Yeah.
And outscored them 17-0 to win.
Yeah, from what it looked like, in the first quarter, first half, it was like back and forth.
It felt a lot closer.
Until you saw the score going into the fourth, you're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
It didn't seem that way either.
Yeah, I don't know. It was not surprising when I saw. Eventually, I saw Georgia take the lead, and I was like, oh, okay. And, I just kept it moving. I didn't even think, Georgia was down that much. Yeah. For me, the Giants losing on Sunday was kind of just, shit. And, not to throw salt on the wound, because I know that, that sucked watching. Did you guys lose to another team after holding a lead in the first half? What was it? It's 31-0. Miracle in the Meadowlands?
Yeah, that did happen. Although I do remember that this year, They beat the Eagles.
Yeah, I think so.
Congrats on your first time in like 5 years. Congrats.
Yeah, and I guess congrats to Man United for the first time
Win
in
a Super
5
Bowl,
years.
you're the greatest team
Finally winning a game in Anfield.
Yeah, we are. We are the greatest.
ever.
No, we're greatest this year. We're still the champs until someone knocks us off.
Okay, I just said greatest team ever.
No, I didn't say that.
I mean that's how it seems
All right,
to be.
so let's talk about two
Yeah,
SEC
I get it. We
teams.
suck.
Let's talk about two
I keep
SEC
telling you
teams
we
that survived Saturday. We had A&M surviving Arkansas 45-42. And then we had Texas survive Kentucky in overtime 16-13.
I think Texas just was overrated because they lost a lot of players in the draft.
Yeah, defensively and offensively.
And you bring in Arch Manning. Yes, he's supposed to be the savior of God, but I also think you have a offensive line that's new, that's getting blown off the ball. He's not having time in the pocket. He's not having time to develop. He doesn't have he's not able to go through his progressions. He's not able to really just develop. And I don't care who you put out there. You can have a great quarterback out there if you don't have the right team around him. It's hard to have. I mean, we've seen it in multiple times. I mean, he's not Patrick Mahomes. He's not Tom Brady. And even Tom Brady at Michigan struggled. Patrick Mahomes struggled at Texas Tech. And look at them two. So I think Texas is probably missing the playoff this year. Oh, definitely missing the playoff this year.
Yes.
But they are a team that could be reckoned with next year. I think you just got to give them a year. I mean, they were so hey, they got to be good now. They got to be good now. It's like, give them time and relax.
It's not us to say it. The boosters, again, very impatient with Sark that you can't regress. You can't go to the semifinals, be on the brink of making a national championship game, and then fall out of the playoffs.
Yeah, I get that because they haven't won it. They haven't won it, and they've been pumping a lot of money. So Sark's got maybe one more year, maybe. His seat is warm right now. It's not hot. It's just lukewarm. It's starting to get a little bit of the temperature's rising a little bit. So I just see Texas is just gonna make a probably 10-2 record, or they have 3 losses or 2.
So right now Texas is sitting on it was 2 losses. Texas, they're 5-2, and they're 22nd right now. Latest AP poll. So speaking of latest AP poll, there are 5 undefeated teams in there. The top 3, of course, Ohio State, Indiana, only teams getting first place votes, and A&M. Then you have Georgia Tech sitting at 7, and you have a surprising BYU sitting at 11. Dare I say that RG3 came out with the words, "They will scare teams and be a contender come playoff time."
He said that this weekend?
He said that after the Utah game. He said, this is a team, it's West Coast bias. This is a team that nobody knows. They have a ton of firepower. Their defense, and we were talking about this last year because I coached a defensive-minded guy. Their defense is good enough, and they are tenacious. They like to get after the ball. That's what you want to see in a team that has to beat bigger conferences. So he said, I will not be surprised if this team has 1 or 2 surprising wins in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, when you're in the playoff, if they're a higher ranked team, they're going to get a home game, which I always thought was a benefit. If I'm not a top 4, give me at least a home game to go play in front of my fans, right? That's where you're going to feel the most comfortable. When you look at BYU, they were pretty decent last year. I mean, they put up some numbers last year on offense that was pretty okay. I think I watched them play UCF last year, and they played them pretty good down the line, and then I was like, well, maybe this team will be pretty good next year. I think they were in the top 25 last year too, and so to see them there doesn't really surprise me, just based on what I saw last year. And
but national championship contenders, though, that doesn't surprise me.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I don't know about that. That's surprising. I haven't really watched them this year, but when you look at a team like Georgia Tech, I think that team surprises me.
Heck yeah. Listen to their schedule.
And they're silent.
You guys are next up to try and spoil the perfect season. Then they're at NC State, at BC. Pittsburgh comes to town, and then, of course, their final game against Georgia every year. So they might be going into that Georgia game where is it Georgia that's going to be the undefeated team if they win? Is it Georgia Tech that's going to be the undefeated team if they beat Georgia? Huge surprise if it comes down to that.
I mean, if you're looking at Syracuse, I mean, look at the gauntlet they have over the next 3 games. They have Georgia Tech, Miami, and Notre Dame. In the next 3 out of 4 games or something like that.
It doesn't get much harder than that, right?
Yeah, it's like you're playing top 15 opponents right there, and, barring any losses. I mean, we could see Georgia Tech be the only ACC team coming out
Which is
just,
wild.
Yeah.
I mean, who else could be?
If Miami wins out, they'll put them in.
Yeah.
That would be annoying.
It will, but they will.
I'll be down in Miami here in a couple weeks to root on the Orange. So make sure you guys tune in to the socials. I'll be down there. Yeah, I mean, it was an interesting weekend of football. I mean, I was excited the entire time. I was watching Bama. Tennessee was really good. I know Herb and Roger were on their. They're basically white knuckling the entire game until like the fourth quarter. Then Bama kind of blew it out. But
yeah, they always look like the better team. Though.
Yeah. What happened to Tennessee though?
I don't know.
They look so good.
Yeah, they really did start the year off. Right?
And then all of a sudden they just basically lost to what, Georgia or something like that?
Then they lose to Bama. Sorry, yeah, they did lose to Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they basically just fell off.
Yeah.
They got smoked by Georgia.
It was like they started off the season and got a lot of momentum, and they kind of rode that momentum and the hype around Aguilar and how good of a fit he was and how hard of a worker he was in leading the team and things like that. And they were riding that, and then they lose to Georgia. That essentially like stops the momentum. And now they've kind of been spinning their wheels ever since and haven't really been able to pick that back up. It's like the hype around Aguilar with a loss died. And with that,
But it wasn't a bad loss. They lost in overtime,
it wasn't.
Right? They lost in overtime to Georgia. They gave up a touchdown after they kicked the field goal. So you fought all the way through. But then after that, it just seemed like, okay, you go to UAB and blow them out. Mississippi State gives you a game, you only win by a touchdown. Arkansas gives you a game, you only win by 3. So it's almost like, yes, the West is tough this year, but you should have beaten those teams more convincingly. So Bama's looking at that saying, all right, you gave us enough game film here. We'll take care of business.
Yeah,
we know their weaknesses, right? They haven't really had anybody expose it. Yeah. And obviously Bama beat Georgia, so
exactly.
Bama's already done that. But let's shift gears a little bit where we'll look at the World Series will be USA versus Canada.
Back in Canada.
So George Springer knocks the Blue Jays into the World Series.
Yep.
I know Tina's nephew, Thomas, was at Game 6.
That's awesome.
We FaceTimed him, and all of a sudden he's sitting there in the crowd like, what are you doing there? He's in the crowd. I'm like, that's crazy. But I just don't know, like, who I want to win this series. I mean, obviously you want the Dodgers to lose, right? But this team is just so dominant, the Dodgers. Like, I want the Blue Jays to win. I want them to get this victory. I want to see the Dodgers go down. But it's just like,
how can you beat a team whose fourth option is Shohei Ohtani in their rotation?
And in their lineup.
That even possible?
And in their lineup.
And in the lineup, yeah.
Like, he'll strike you out and then hit a home run against you. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Give me a break.
In the series clinching game, he had 3 home runs and 10 strikeouts.
It's unreal what insane. This guy is doing. But I think what the Blue Jays have on their side is they're getting 3 at home.
Yep.
And they have to at least take 1 in LA. Have to. They can't go down 2-0.
Nope. Has they lost the game at home yet?
And they have to. And I know this is going to sound dumb, but they have to play 9 innings. And what I mean by that is you can't let up anything. You can't make it. You have to be absolutely perfect. The Yankees did it last year. They made a huge mistake in the bottom of the 10th inning and brought in a guy that hadn't played in 2 months to pitch against one of the arguably best hitters. And your 4th best hitter is Freddie fucking Freeman. Yeah. That's another thing. Yeah. And then you bring him in, they're like, oh, Freddie Freeman's going to slump. And then, boom, grand slam to win.
Oh, I was like, let's just move Mookie to shortstop because why not?
Whatever. Yeah.
That's a Gold Glove year.
Let's make it a little tricky on us.
But you know what surprised me? I was watching some of the post game last night. Is Vlad's a Canadian? He was born there.
He was born in Montreal.
Yeah. So he's really flying the flag. Of course, he doesn't sound it, but he's truly flying the flag for Canada here. Has to mean a lot more for him to bring the World Series back to Canada, given that he grew up there and he has roots there.
Also, too, because his dad got screwed out of not having one. Yeah. Because they definitely would have won the World Series in '93.
1,000%.
They were the most dominant team in baseball. Yeah. So, when you look at, the entirety of the Toronto, you love the fan base, you love the hype around it. You know, for me, it was like, I miss seeing Yankee Stadium like that.
Yes.
They're just not there anymore.
No.
It's just like you have Aaron Judge and that's it, and then you just don't have anything. But we're not gonna talk about the Yankees. We're gonna give the flowers to George Springer and the Blue Jays. I mean, he demolished that ball. I can't believe I fell asleep right before that inning, and I'm like, oh.
What you love is that the cameras can't even show you the replay because the freaking stadium
shaking
is
too much.
rocking like
Could
this,
you
bro.
imagine if you were staying in the hotel in that stadium and you're not even a baseball fan, you're just staying in there and you're just trying to get sleep because you got to wake up at 5 a.m. the next morning, and all of a sudden it's just like
The windows are
rattling. Ball comes through your window. Like, could you imagine? What the fuck?
But then again, why would you stay there?
Excuse me. Well, I mean, it's a nice ass hotel.
I know
It's
it
a
is, but you
five-star
have to
hotel.
you have to expect.
Yes.
Well, sir, we upgraded you to field view. Oh, okay. What does that mean? I don't know.
That means don't put your drink anywhere near the window.
Don't go
He leaves
near
the
the
blinds open. The dude leaves the blinds open, ends up going up with a towel. He's just seen on the camera. Oh, shit. Close the blinds in 3C.
So here's something we didn't expect if the Dodgers and Toronto were to end up playing each other in the World Series. We have now rekindled the Drake-Kendrick beef.
Yes, we are.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Yeah,
Let's
so
bring
that
it back
really
to the streets.
That's... So what you're saying is the ninth batter should be Kendrick and the best.
In LA, he should be the switcher. Drake should be a DH up in Toronto.
And they should pitch against
They
each
should
other.
definitely throw out a pitch. Like they should invite
They'll
them
probably
to throw out
have
a
him
pitch.
to throw out a first pitch in Toronto.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Kendrick, I don't know because he's not. I mean, I don't know if he's a baseball fan. I know Drake is.
Yeah.
Drake's a huge sports fan.
Everything's
Yes.
yeah.
Like he loves sports. I don't know Kendrick. Kendrick obviously did the Super Bowl and stuff,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's going to be a fun World Series. Like I said, the Blue Jays have to play nearly perfect baseball. They can't give the Dodgers any inch because then they will take it a mile, and that's just this team.
This guy doesn't think it's going more than 5.
I think 5 at most.
I think it's going 7.
I don't know if Toronto has enough left.
I think I think they do. I see this team just being so
Scrappy.
so locked in. Even though they celebrated the win like they did, you expect that. But I just see them so locked in. They have to attack immediately. Like, get off the jump. Do not let Snell get hot. Because as soon as he gets, like, going, you know, he's basically locked in. You know what I mean? So it's going to be an interesting game 1. That's going to determine with the rest of the series.
Oh, yeah.
If the Dodgers go in and win 15-0,
we will be on the porch smoking some cigars, drinking some brews, enjoying a little game 1 action out in the West Coast timing, but it'll suit our East Coast eyes because it starts at 7 p.m. Thankfully.
8.
8? I thought it was 7.
8:08.
Oh, even better.
They go 8 o'clock.
Oh, even better. I'll make it for the first.
Yo, could
pitch.
you imagine? Like, so what would they have done if it was Seattle and LA? Would they just make it 10:30 and say "fuck the East Coast"? Because the East Coast has said "fuck."
Probably.
But think how many times you say
know,
"fuck you" to
I
the
know.
West Coast.
Probably a 7
They
o'clock
should
start,
do
so
that
yes.
though.
Yeah.
You know what?
Probably would.
We've been spoiled way too much,
Yeah.
and we've gotten East Coast versus East Coast,
Yeah.
where they should just basically be like, "Nah, you know what? Fuck the East Coast. We're going 10:30. We're going 7:30 our time, bitch."
Midnight your time.
Says the guy who'd be bitching and whining about it because he'll be
Oh,
in bed long
100%.
before.
I'm not saying I wouldn't. I'd be bitching and complaining, but I would be laughing internally. I would definitely be doing that. 100%.
If we were the West Coast, we would do it.
All right, so
we'd be
quick-
upset.
Just a quick prediction here.
Yeah.
You say Dodgers in 5.
Dodgers and
MVP is
Ohtani.
Ohtani. Who you got?
I'm saying Blue Jays in 7.
Okay.
And I'm saying that Vladdy's going to be the MVP.
I got Dodgers in 6, and I think Snell will get 2 wins.
Snell will get 2 wins.
Yeah. I
Okay.
think he starts
Nice.
game 1.
Nice. He is
So
set
he's
to
gonna win
start.
game 1, and he'll win game
Last I
5
saw,
or 6.
last I saw the expected pitching matchup in game 1 is Snell and Savage.
Yeah, that'd be a good matchup.
All right, guys, bold prediction in the NBA. We're going to go NBA real quick.
Okay.
Who's the NBA champion? Go. Quick.
NBA
3, 2,
champion?
1, go.
OKC.
Jamie? 3, 2, 1.
Go.
The Cavs.
3, 2, 1, go.
The New York Knicks.
I was going to say that, but I knew you were going to say that. That's
The
fine.
New York Knicks. I think they got the right guy at the helm now. They have the right team around them.
I actually want to say the Nuggets, but I just want to go with the East West team.
I don't think.
It would just be
The
fun to
Nuggets are
see.
revamped.
I mean,
They got Valanciunas,
the Knicks
they got
are
Tim Hardaway
needed
Jr.
by
they got Cam
New
Johnson.
York's faithful. They are needed.
They need New York needs something.
Yeah.
They need some sort of success.
Yes.
So, a lot of football left in the season. So don't get so upset. You still got a ton of season left. Don't worry.
It'll be.
And at least you find your quarterback.
Yeah, that's
You're
true.
not
And running
you're not
back.
searching for that anymore.
And running back for
Well,
at least
how
2
long that's
years.
gonna last. For at least 2 more weeks.
Yeah.
They did like they showed Cam Scatterbo coming into the locker room. They're like, I remember when the Bulldog won the Super Bowl. What is it like? It was a Bobby
Remember when
Boucher.
Bobby Boucher showed up in the second half and said, "My dog played the Super Bowl"? Jay saw that guy I shouted out a while back, Jay Peerless. He did one of those. Remember that thing I sent you on Brian He did on Brian Dawkins where he's like, "You'd be wrong." He did one on Cam Scatterbo. You'd think with a loaded box he would run to the outside. You'd think wrong.
I love the other stuff. It's like, we see you there. You can't hide from us. You know you're the juggernaut. We can see you, bitch. You can't pretend that you're not the juggernaut. They show him back there, the juggernaut with a Giants jersey on.
Did you know he averages 6 broken souls per carry?
I love
Neither did I.
Oh, and just so you guys know, Brandon Graham's not the only Eagle coming back.
Oh no, what happened?
Weapon X is coming back.
Weapon
Oh
X.
God, help us!
Out of here.
Wait a minute, he's like 50.
No chance.
He can. He's
I'm
so
sure he
great.
can.
I'm
I'm
sure
sure.
he could, but the
He's
problem
so
is
rich.
you get a flag just for being on the field with his old.
I remember
tactics.
Tequila Spikes did a whole video on there. They're like, Brian Dawkins comes up to Tequila Spikes and goes, "I'm gonna take his soul." He goes, "What?"
What?
He goes, "I'm gonna take his soul." And Brian just fucking lights the dude up and stands over with, "Yes, Jesus." And he's like, "I love this Brian Dawkins."
What? I'm telling you, seriously, what do you have to do to get other grown men to call you Weapon X?
No, not only that, he had a locker next to his locker called Brian and Weapon X. So
yeah.
when he would step into Weapon X, it
It's
was
like
like
alter
he.
ego.
It's
It's
different.
like it's just They said it was so scary because he changed, and like that's fearful.
It's like the
Yeah,
Mamba.
you
Right?
can't
It
be
was
the-
Kobe.
Yeah.
Kobe when he went to Mamba.
Yeah, like you can't do that anymore. You can't
No.
be that type of
No.
physicality because you get flagged.
Yeah.
Brian Dawkins would have his picture up around the NFL stadium saying, "Do not let."
He would probably end up with about
wanted
by
bounty.
the end of the season, they would probably fine him about 40% of his salary minimum. By
And he wouldn't
He would
care.
Yeah.
So like his salary would be like, all right, here's $40 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
Here's $20 million guaranteed for your fines.
For your fines over the course of the contract.
Of your $60 million contract. So
Over the course.
all right, well, we got game 1 of the World Series. We got NBA starting, NHL starting, college hoops in 2 weeks.
That's right.
And of course, we got the NFL and college football still in mid-season form.
Yeah.
Tune in on Thursday. We got a great show. Might have Shane on from Miami talking about the demise in Miami.
What's next for the Hooligans?
Hurricanes down. We'll see you guys here on Thursday. Have a great rest of your week, and go Birds.